Welcome back, Barca family. Today's episode is absolutely packed with huge updates from Camp Nou and beyond. Spain boss Luis de la Fuente has finally broken his silence on the growing tension between Barcelona and Hansi Flick, following yet another injury blow, this time to Dani Olmo, who's been sent back to Catalonia with a muscular problem. Meanwhile, Andreas Christensen is knocking on Flick's door for a starting spot after a string of top performances for Denmark, and we've got shocking news from England. Manchester United are now targeting Ronald Araujo, after already showing interest in Raphinha and Ter Stegen. And to top it all off, we've got an exciting update on Barcelona wonderkid Dro, who could start the next La Liga match against Girona following Olmo's injury setback. So sit back, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive into all the breaking Barcelona news today. Spain boss de la Fuente speaks on Barcelona and Hansi Flick tension after latest injury blow. Spanish national team head coach Luis de la Fuente has on Friday provided a fresh update on his relationship with Barcelona and manager Hansi Flick. This of course comes fresh off another of the Blaugrana stars suffering an injury setback whilst on international duty with La Roja. Speaking to the media on Friday morning, Luis de la Fuente revealed that Dani Olmo was unable to train, owing to a muscular problem. After a round of medical tests, the midfielder in turn was sent back to base in Catalonia's capital. As much added further strain to what has long been a tense relationship between the Spanish national team and Barcelona, owing to injuries suffered by the likes of Gavi, Pedri and Lamine Yamal whilst being overseen by La Roja. After Hansi Flick recently made clear his frustration with Spain's treatment of Lamine in particular, the aforementioned de la Fuente was on Friday drawn once more on his relationship with Barca as a whole. And the tactician went on to assure, "There is no conflict with Barca or Flick. I feel very supported and supported. I feel very loved and very appreciated by the whole house. I have a contract until 2028 and I want to continue until 2030, our World Cup." Barcelona defender knocks on Flick's doors with impressive display for national team. After two consecutive defeats, the latest against Sevilla being particularly concerning, Barcelona manager Hansi Flick is under pressure to make changes. One of the issues that has hurt Barcelona most this season is the lack of an established centre-back pairing. With Inigo Martinez leaving in the summer, Flick has failed to nail down the best defensive partner for Pau Cubarsí. That role has rotated between Eric Garcia, Ronald Araujo, and, to a lesser extent, Andreas Christensen. The Danish centre-back, who struggled with fitness issues throughout the summer, did not start the season at the same pace as his defensive teammates, Christensen pushing for a start. However, Christensen is now steadily knocking on the Barcelona coach's door for a starting berth, reports Sport. The 29-year-old defender has recently produced solid performances for Barcelona, notably in the matches against Real Sociedad and Getafe. Nevertheless, in the more decisive fixtures he has not yet started, remaining on the bench behind Garcia and Araujo, the latter having struggled in the game against Sevilla. The doubts surrounding the Uruguayan open the door for Christensen, who is waiting for a renewal offer from Barca, to earn a starting place in the upcoming match against Girona and potentially in El Clasico on October 26. A leader for Denmark. Unlike at Barcelona, Christensen is irreplaceable for Denmark, where he has started all three of the team's World Cup qualifying matches. In last night's game against Belarus, the defender produced one of his best performances in the past 2 years. He was impeccable in defense, not beaten once, making 2 interceptions and 6 successful tackles. He also registered an assist following an impressive attacking move and completed an immaculate 96% of his passes. Persistent physical problems have prevented Christensen from playing regularly since Flick took charge at Barcelona. Under the German coach, the Danish centre-back has appeared in only 14 matches, starting just 5. Now fully fit and performing at a high level with his national team, combined with Barcelona's defensive vulnerabilities shown versus Sevilla, Christensen is making a strong case to return to the starting lineup alongside Cubarsí in central defense. Man United inquire about third Barcelona star after Raphinha and Ter Stegen as €45 million, surprise, deal possible, report. Manchester United have made a move to sign a Barcelona star that Deco is willing to sell, according to a report, as the Red Devils plan to raid the Spanish giants for a third player after showing interest in bringing Raphinha and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen comes to light. Manchester United and Barcelona, two of football's biggest powerhouses, are both gearing up for a massive 2025-26 season. While United's focus is on securing a top-4 Premier League finish, Hansi Flick's Barcelona are fully locked in on defending their La Liga title and making a serious push for the Champions League. In recent weeks, several transfer links have surfaced between the two clubs. Reports suggest that Raphinha and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen have caught Manchester United's attention, with Sport revealing on October 4 that the Red Devils even made an official inquiry about signing Ter Stegen during the upcoming January transfer window. According to insider Dean Jones, United are already exploring long-term options in goal for 2026, despite having signed Sen Lamens from Royal Antwerp last summer. Meanwhile, rumors are heating up around a possible record-breaking offer for Raphinha, although most sources believe a transfer is highly unlikely given his importance to Barcelona. But the surprises don't stop there. A third Barcelona star has now entered United's radar. Spanish outlet Noticies claims that Ronald Araujo has been the subject of fresh inquiries from Old Trafford, and that Barcelona sporting director Deco is open to selling the Uruguayan defender in January if the right offer, around €45 million, arrives. While Juventus are the team most interested in the 26-year-old Uruguay international centre-back, Man United and Bayern Munich have also inquired about his situation. Barcelona's position is clear. The Blaugrana will sell Araujo for €45 million, £39 million, $52 million, according to the report, which has noted that although his departure would be a surprise, such a move would be a reflection of the pragmatism that Deco is trying to implement at the defending Spanish champions. Do Man United need Ronald Araujo? Man United are not short of centre-backs in their squad, with Amram able to call upon Lenny Yoro, Lisandro Martinez, Matthijs de Ligt, Harry Maguire, Aiden Heaven and Tyler Fredrickson when they are all fit and available. Luke Shaw has been playing on the left of a back three for Man United in Amram's 3-4-2-1 formation this season. Man United also plan to keep Maguire, according to The Sun and Fabrizio Romano, with the Englishman said to be happy at Old Trafford. Yoro has put his injury issues behind him, while de Ligt has established himself in Amram's team and has played in all 7 Premier League matches for Man United. Noticies is a Catalan publication, and while they are likely to have some connections with Barcelona, the claim that Man United have inquired about Araujo has to be taken with a pinch of salt. However, it would be remiss to suggest that Man United would not be aware of Araujo's quality, as like all other major clubs, the Red Devils are always on the lookout to improve and enhance their squad. According to Sport, Liverpool made an attempt to sign Ronald Araujo during the summer of 2025, but the Uruguayan defender opted to remain at Barcelona, reaffirming his loyalty to the Catalan club. It wasn't just Liverpool who came calling. Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, and Juventus also expressed strong interest in Araujo but ultimately failed to secure his signature. These repeated pursuits from top European clubs only highlight how highly valued and respected Araujo is across world football. Meanwhile, over at Manchester United, there are several intriguing developments unfolding. Rising star Kobbie Mainoo is reportedly weighing his future at Old Trafford, with insider Fraser Fletcher revealing that 3 major clubs are already considering a move for the talented midfielder in the upcoming January transfer window. At the same time, United boss Ruben Amorim has come under fire for not getting the best out of one of his key players, who is now thriving on loan elsewhere. And to end on a brighter note for United fans, sources close to Dean Jones have shared that Amorim is already planning bold attacking changes designed to make United far more dangerous going forward in the second half of the season. Door open for Barcelona youth prodigy to start following latest injury setback. Barcelona's fitness crisis deepened this week as Dani Olmo is set to return from international duty due to a calf injury. Initial reports suggest that the Spanish international could be ruled out for at least 3 to 4 weeks, which puts further pressure on coach Hansi Flick. The Barcelona coach already has Fermin Lopez and Gavi ruled out due to injuries, while Raphinha remains a doubt for the upcoming clash against Girona. Diarra could start against Girona. According to Marca, Barcelona's ongoing injury crisis in midfield could open the door for young Diarra to potentially start against Girona. The young midfielder has been quietly making waves within the club's youth setup and has now caught the coach's full attention. As injuries continue to hit the senior squad, Diarra's readiness and maturity might earn him a rare starting opportunity at Montjuic this weekend. Diarra made his first team debut on September 28 against Real Sociedad, starting ahead of Olmo before being taken off at the start of the second half. Though his appearance was brief, it was an early indicator that the youngster could be ready for first-team duties. Flick was impressed with his positional understanding and technical control, qualities that stood out during Barcelona's pre-season tour in Asia, where he even scored against Vissel Kobe. Now, with Olmo injured and Fermin and Raphinha working their way back from layoffs, Araujo emerges as the most natural fit for the attacking midfield role, at least for the game versus Girona right after the international break. The youngster's ability to connect play between the lines and his calmness in tight spaces could come in handy against the Girona defense, which is likely to defend deep and allow minimal space in the final third. And that's all for today's Barcelona news roundup, Barca family. From Luis de la Fuente's response to Hansi Flick, to Christensen's push for a starting spot, and Manchester United's surprise move for Araujo, things are really heating up at Camp Nou. Plus, the rise of young Araujo could be one of the most exciting stories to watch as Barcelona prepare to face Girona and eventually El Clasico later this month. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Barcelona sell Araujo for €45 million? And do you think Araujo deserves a starting spot after Olmo's injury? Hit that notification bell so you never miss another update. And as always, Visca Barca.